welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we're back, baby. Let's just pick up where we last left off.
Last week on Seinfeld. Love that.
With the bottle deposit. You know, I think this first scene is really interesting because it feels like a continuation of the previous scene when Tony leaves with the car, but it also gives some decent exposition in case it's a half-hour airing.
So here we go. Here's a little experiment we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like we don't normally get this with hour-long episodes. You know, when it's
usually it's just clips, right?
Well, that
and VO.
Well, I don't really know how often we get Last Week on Seinfeld. Like, if this aired as a half hour, would you get credits over this sequence where Elaine and Jerry are talking?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or would you
probably wouldn't? You'd probably have stand up, and then this would be the first scene proper.
Would it be the same stand up though from part one?
No, it'd be different stand up.
Well, then what? Oh, yeah, like where is that stand up?
What's the deal with mechanics?
Another stand up? Anyways, these are the thoughts that keep me up at night. We're at the auto shop. Tony's fled with the car, and Jerry gets off the phone. A detective is going to stop by his apartment tomorrow. Of course, no one thought Tony would pull a Mary Beth Whitehead, but Elaine is really upset. You know, what kind of maniac is this guy?
He's a very special maniac. And I did not know who Mary Beth Whitehead was. I had to learn from the trivia here.
Right, a mother, a surrogate mother who wanted to keep her baby, right? It's hers. Sorry, that's a Curb thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's your baby. Yeah. So in the same way that they're associating cars having feelings and, human-like qualities, in the Curb episode, it's a script as being somebody's baby. You don't want them to touch your baby. It's not yours anymore, so.
Right on. There was another choice, though. Instead of Mary Beth Whitehead, they were going to do Bruno Hauptmann.
Okay.
Who kidnapped the Lindbergh baby.
See, I'm familiar with that baby, the Lindbergh baby. I took the Lindbergh baby.
What's that from?
Remember that from Ernest? Is it Ernest Goes to Camp?
I never saw that one.
Ooh, that was my favorite one.
I think that is the fan favorite. I like Ernest Goes to Jail. I'm a big fan of that one.
Another classic. Love Jim Varney.
All right, let's cut over to Peterman's office here. A lot of little scenes. Elaine doesn't know, once again, how to explain what happened with the clubs, but similar to a previous scene, tries her best.
It seems that a psychotic mechanic has absconded with my friend's car.
What does that have to do with my clubs?
They happened to be in the back seat at the time.
How is Elaine not getting fired for this?
I don't know. He's got her on a very long leash this time.
It's interesting. He fires her for having opium in her system.
It's your urinal.
And then later, it's because she doesn't like the English patient.
And when she eats, again, when it's related to auction, when he gets the Duchess of Windsor's wedding cake, and she eats it, rather than fire her, he lets her suffer her own punishment because the pastry is still with her.
Wallace Simpson, yeah.
But yeah, I guess he goes back and forth with Elaine.
Yeah, I don't know. She's getting off light here, I think.
There was I'm really enjoying the Peterman Elaine dialogue this week. So anytime there's additional one, I do want to talk about it. At one point, Peterman was scripted to say, and I'm wondering when this would have been in the scene, but it says, "I've half a mind to don a pair of Scotch bloomers and yell, 'Clear the halls, J. Peterman's playing through.'" So I feel like that would have been the first thing he said to come into the scene.
Oh,
because he's excited about getting the clubs, and then Elaine would have, talked about the psychotic maniac.
And that could be what's, preventing him from firing Elaine. He's just so excited about these clubs, and he just wants them so badly.
And this particular issue, the scenario they're in, is out of Elaine's control.
Next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment, and I think we get a great, series of jokes here where we've brought up before that the car is really treated like a person this episode. First example here, we have a detective investigating the missing car.
What was the suspect wearing at the time of the incident?
Like mechanic's pants, a shirt that said Tony. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a case like this before?
All the time. Mechanic forms an emotional attachment, thinks he's gonna lose the car, he panics, he does something rash. I'm gonna ask you some personal questions. I'm sorry if I touch a nerve, but I think it'll help with the case. Had you been taking good care of the car?
Had I been
Did you
taking...
leave the AC on? Do you zip over speed bumps? Do you ride the clutch? Things like that.
Well, what does it matter? It's my car. I can do whatever I want with it. Not that I would think of doing such things.
All right, Mr. Seinfeld. We'll let you know if we find anything. I gotta be honest with you. These cases never end up well.
Well, whatever you can do. Thanks.
Again, another scene that's added. This time it's a Jerry scene, but this one is excellent, both because of the actor they got to play the detective, as well as the jokes that come out of it.
Yeah, this reminds me, I'm getting like flashbacks of Bookman. This is a different type of detective.
Okay.
But, it's Jerry in his apartment. There's some misunderstanding between him and the detective, and I don't know.
Too many misunderstandings. Nicholas Melee plays the detective, and what I like about this guy is the voice. It's definitely got that New York, like the throaty New York thing, and then the like sly demeanor of a detective. It reminds me of Colin Quinn, and it also reminds me of the actor who ran the lie detector test. When what is your address?
Yeah.
Did Joe steal Jane's baby? And if so, coincidentally, Nicholas Melee was in a Melrose Place episode. He was also in Nightmare on Elm Street. He wasn't on the Elm Street. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
You remember the street?
4 and 5, and he was in a little TV show series called White Shadow.
There you go.
Shadow.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah, he's great. Not as quirky as like a Bookman.
Nah,
but this scene, and I think the crime scene, he does a great job with what he's given.
But Jerry explaining, what was he wearing? He had a shirt, mechanics pants, shirt that said Tony.
What does he say like that?
I think he's still, he's finding humor in this situation.
Oh my god!
Just like when there was the robbery, he's making jokes to the police after he's been robbed.
Another similar, situation.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I hate the idea of someone out there returning my calls.
What? He's broke.
Thinking about older episodes, this whole scenario is similar to the alternate side when Jerry's car is stolen, when Sid leaves the keys in the car.
This is not the first time, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, for a guy whose cars have been stolen twice and one will get trashed, Jerry seems to be okay with it. Like, he's never getting angry. He's never like, I've had it.
Well, we know why. He's even Steven. Things will always even out for him.
Good point. And I think the best moment of this conversation, though, is that turn when the detective's like, do you leave the AC on? Do you zip over speed bumps? And Jerry's like, what does it matter? It's my car. I do whatever I want with it.
The look of judgment on that detective's face.
Not that I would.
Of course. Then the social shame that Jerry feels.
Of course.
One other thing I enjoyed, and I guess it's a small thing, but the detective, as he's leaving Jerry's, he's like, all right, we'll let you know if I find anything. I got to be honest. These cases never turn out well. So he's being brutally honest that we're probably not going to find your car. If we do, it's going to be, banged to smithereens.
Yes. And I think it was at that moment, right when the detective left, that we would get some material with Kramer and Newman. So I don't know how the timing works out exactly with Tony. Well, I don't know if that works, actually.
I think they were going to come in at the end of the scene just to let Jerry know that they were on their way to Michigan. But this, again, was one of those added scenes. Yeah,
so maybe things changed a little bit in the rewrite. But if Tony's already left and this is the next day, I don't see how Kramer and Newman could catch up to Tony at this point.
Unless Tony stopped to give a little TLC to the car,
God.
Do a quick fluid change.
Check under that hood, see how that piston fires.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oh, boy. All right, let's cut over to Yankee Stadium. Wilhelm stops by George's office once again. And before George can explain himself, Wilhelm says, hey, congratulations on such a great job. In fact, he read the assignment earlier, couldn't have done it better himself, and even turned it over to Steinbrenner, the big Stein. So What the hell is happening here? Makes no sense. We cut over to Jerry's apartment, and yeah, George can't figure it out. Jerry can't figure it out. George does have a theory, though, right?
Maybe somebody did it and didn't take credit for it. Maybe it was already done and didn't need doing in the first place. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I have no idea who did it, what they did, or how they did it so well. And you know what? Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care.
It's a great George line, but does that get under your skin a little bit?
Which part?
Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care.
Man, he's easy breezy right now.
And here we get a little answer. We cut over to Wilhelm's house, I guess. He's sitting on the couch in his living room, reading the paper and talking to his wife off camera.
The gardener did a nice job planting the rose bushes, didn't he, dear?
You planted the rose bushes, dear.
I did?
Yesterday. You remember?
That's right. Oh, what's for dinner?
We just ate. Did you forget to take your medicine?
Aw, he has his good days and bad.
That's right. It is sad, like taking the comedy out of it.
Absolutely is.
But it is great how, I forget the actor's name, just kind of...
Richard Hurd.
I did? What's for dinner?
Yes. He reminds me a lot of the character in Tommy Boy, who he's one of the auto parts like vendors, and Chris Farley's trying to sell to him, and he like completely goes off the deep end. Or not, he doesn't go off the deep end, but he's like, when Chris Farley's on TV, like got a bomb strapped to his chest, he's like, "Oh yeah, I buy my brake pads off him." Because he's a bald guy with white hair.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, cut that out.
This scene came up, I think, the first time we ever met Wilhelm in our rewatch, because for some reason online he's known as Matt Wilhelm, and this scene was the one I'm like, maybe the wife calls him Matt, but
Right.
I don't think we will ever learn Wilhelm's name officially on the show.
Are there any episodes left with Richard Hurd?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, we got the sunshine
Maybe it's
carpet cleaners.
maybe it's in the finale. When does he take the stand at all?
He doesn't take the stand. It could be maybe like a weird script note, like he was credited as Matt.
I
Wilhelm.
like it. Matt Wilhelm kind of works for me.
I like the idea of his wife referring to him as Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I guess we can put it together that Wilhelm was the one who did the project. And do we learn that later? No, or does George put it together?
No, George says, "I don't know how it got done."
That's right.
The audience puts it together because we learn that Wilhelm's not taking his medication, and then Steinbrenner's like, "You got bats in the belfry,"
Oh, of course, right. So we cut back to Jerry's apartment. Still no word on his car, and he just found out that his insurance doesn't cover it. They don't consider it stolen if you willfully give the guy the keys. And, that kind of connects with the alternate side, too, when the car company, the rental company, won't cover Jerry's crashed, blue Ford Escort. Other drivers.
He wasn't the driver, yeah. Jerry has to stop giving his keys away. Don't let people borrow your car, for one. There was some additional dialogue that was cut when George says, "Well, there's got to be something you can do. Post leaflets, a picture on a milk carton." Again, cars like a person. Jerry replies, "The only photo I have is from '92." And George says, "They can age it, dull the finish, add scratches. They got amazing technologies now." So even back then they had, photo editing software.
Yes, of course. So he would have put his car on a milk carton?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I forget the episode when we first saw the Saab, because Jerry drove he drove a boat in those early seasons.
Yeah.
And then I think he drove a BMW for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Saab came about in like season 5, maybe.
Isn't there a website that catalogs all of his on-screen vehicles throughout the series?
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked if there was. Okay. There's websites out there that like follow the watches he wears, the shoes, Elaine's
amazing
outfits. Yeah, it's the fan community is just incredible. So George heads out, gotta go, and Elaine arrives. Jerry gets a call we find out his name is Detective McMahon. He's at a warehouse at Pier 38.
Hey, maybe the guy that works with oh man, it's there. It's in my head. Is it the cable company or is it the?
I was going to give you a clue
McNabb.
there.
Oh, it's McNabb. Is it McNabb?
McNabb, yeah.
Oh, okay. Scratch
Oh,
that.
it's Halloran this time. So Detective McMahon says, hey, we might have found your car. Things don't look good. You better bring your service records.
Like dental records, right?
Well, we cut over to the old warehouse, the crime scene, and the setting is very dark and ominous. All of these old cars covered in tarps. The room is scattered with parts.
Watch where you step. There's quite a bit of grease. Detective, Jerry Seinfeld is here.
How do you do? Thanks for coming down.
This is Elaine Bennis.
We used to date, but now we're just friends.
I see. I'm sorry to make you go through this, but we need to make sure.
Well, what's going on? What is this thing?
Oh, one of our patrolmen stumbled over this.
Oh, my God.
The block was nearly split apart. We found the overhead cams 30 feet away. We can only hope the body's sold for scrap.
Oh, my God.
Now, we know it's a Saab. The angle on the V6 is definitely a 92. The model's hard to determine because the drivetrain is all burnt out.
What is that smell?
Look at the clutch.
Excuse me.
Whoever did this didn't just dismantle it. I mean, they took their time, they had fun, they were very systematic. They went out of their way to gouge the sides of every piston, and the turbo was separated from the housing and shoved right up the exhaust pipe.
Wait a second, turbo? I didn't have a turbo.
Your car's not a turbo?
No, it's a 900S. It's a turbo, Elaine. A turbo!
Excuse me, did you say turbo? Saab Turbo 9000? Is it midnight blue?
Yes, ma'am.
That's such a great delivery.
Yeah. This is a fabulous scene here.
Midnight blue.
Blue. It was a turbo, Elaine. A turbo. So there we go. We learned that Jerry's car, as of now on the show, is a Saab 900 SE. Which, again, we talked about the JFK clubs being sold at auction. In 1999, after the show wrapped, Jerry's Saab 900 SE, this car on the show, was sold on an internet auction.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And the woman the Midnight Blue woman, that is Bonnie McNeil. She plays woman. Now, get ready to cue up that sound, Matt. We got a double dipper on our hands.
Oh!
She plays Allison in the Strongbox, who is the Green Lantern's wife.
Oh,
Allison,
my God.
you're home early.
Yeah. Who's this?
I think this will burn.
Oh, my God. That's the same person? Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's play the theme.
You double dipped the chip. Double dipped? What are you talking about?
So I was looking at my folder of double dippers, all the ones we've done so far. I think we're up to, I don't know, like 45 or so.
Wow.
And I'm just thinking we probably won't get any more for the rest of the series. And here we go.
Keep surprising us. I really hope we at least get one in season 9. Because the show is so established and they're bringing guest stars in.
Yeah.
Do we already have one?
Well, some of them might complete their dip.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They would have to, right? They can't unless they come back. They wouldn't come back in the same season.
No, but there is one person that I've saved since the early days, like our discussion of season 2 or 3, that I knew was a double dipper. He appears at the end of 8 and returns in 9.
Okay, cool.
So that kind of counts.
Yeah. Okay.
Might be the same guy.
We might have a double dipper. Actually, no, I'm calling it. We're gonna have another double dipper in this episode.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
absolutely, yeah.
You guys know it's coming. Start thinking about it.
He's dipping again in this episode. Any lines that you're a big fan of? We kind of went through a few of them.
Midnight Blue. It's a turbo lane.
I love the
detective. The way he's. We can only hope the car's sold for scrap.
What does that smell? Look at the clutch.
Oh, and the like new guys in the back puking his guts out.
Yeah.
Young cop.
And then one last one here, as the detective is kind of, whoever did this didn't just dismantle it. They took their time. They had fun. And then he ends it with, the turbo was separated from the housing and shoved right up the exhaust pipe.
That's perverse.
Yes.
Well, I feel like they're also kind of trying to correlate George's storyline with Tony, and that George, we're going to learn spoilers, is put in an insane asylum. And Tony, the way they're kind of making him out to be, is this deranged, psychopath, right?
Well, especially when we get the phone call in a couple of scenes here, I would put Tony on par with Joe Davola.
Yeah.
Like, you'd lock these guys up in Arkham. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well put.
Along with, I don't know, who else would go in there? Maybe Ramon.
Ramon seems a little bit dangerous.
Yeah. Just in terms of, like, they don't seem... Like, Soup Nazi, I would put him in Blackgate. Like, I wouldn't put... he doesn't need to go to the mental institution. Just regular prison for him.
Okay.
But... All right. We'll move on here to, I don't have a clip here because we played it at the top. It's Kramer and Newman driving through the country, 999 cans in the trunk or whatever.
9,999 bottles and cans in the trunk. If it goes without saying, this was an added scene, but it's a great one.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it so much. This is a blooper, right? Like how at the end...
He's like, ah.
Yeah, it feels very natural.
I think so. I'm a little foggy, but you might be right.
Yeah, I like this a lot. And it's a great visual, regardless who's driving, to see Kramer and Newman in the mail truck.
Yeah.
Just love that. All right, let's go over to Jerry's apartment. Here we go. He gets another call, this one from Tony on the car phone. He's reached this creepy Zen state. He's like, fixed up the car. They're in a nice area. No potholes, no traffic. In fact, somebody wants to talk to you. Sounded like Wayne's World with the, hey. Yeah. Jerry can't believe what's happening. I mean, this is just insane, and tells Tony, you got to bring my car back.
Listen, that registration may have your name on it, Jerry, but this engine's running on my sweat and my blood.
Blood?
Oh, nice. This scene was actually filmed twice. Originally, George was going to be the one at Jerry's to say, "Where'd you find this guy?" And Jerry would respond, "The Yellow Pages."
All right, makes sense. Yeah, you wonder why he didn't go back to Putty. He is such a good mechanic.
But Jerry ends up being the one to say, "Where do I find these guys?"
Right.
So they just changed the line. That's what I liked.
Got it.
Or found interesting.
I have a note here. When Jerry says, "Where do I find these guys?" you hear a door close in the background.
Huh.
Yeah, sorry I don't have a clip to play here, but it makes me wonder, was George going to arrive at that time in this new scene, or was it an accident on set? You would think, though, with the production value of the show, they would be able to just do another take. But
right.
We get an act break, and when we come back, we are with Kramer and Newman on their drive. They've reached Ohio, doing very well. They're at 3/4 of a tank, which is better than they estimated.
$7.22 better.
Oh, baby. And Newman suggests, hey, what if we stop off for a snack since the budget has changed? Might be a good investment. But Kramer is running a tight ship, a tight mail truck, and it's a good thing they don't change their plans because Kramer notices this black Saab convertible with New York plates get in front of him. And he calls Jerry and confirms the plate number. It's Tony. What are the chances Kramer and Newman would be right behind Tony in the stolen car in Ohio?
I'm right on this guy like stick on a monkey.
What's the license plate number?
JVN 728. I feel like if you get that right at trivia, like you automatically win.
Right. It's funny, like numbers never interest me.
Same.
On Seinfeld. Like, we'll remember the stupidest bit of minutia in a conversation. But
the way a word is said, like the inflection, that's what gets us. And when we first played trivia, I remember Dave had a lot of numbers questions. I'm like, who the hell? Who keeps track of numbers?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, though, that one of our teammates knew all of them.
Of course.
Yeah, she was incredible.
Picked us up.
In fact, this episode reminds me of our first trivia night because I I think you were the one who figured out a character's name. We'll get to it later. So Elaine heads over and doesn't understand why Kramer hasn't called the police yet, but Jerry explains he's going to get in trouble for using the mail truck.
Kramer doesn't want a record.
Kramer has a record.
Not a federal record. So that got me thinking. Kramer's been arrested in the past. Can we count how many times he's been arrested?
Well,
lobster. So he's poaching. He was poaching lobster traps.
Mm-hmm. And he got arrested for that. Then you got Elaine got arrested with Kramer and Newman in the engagement.
I got this shirt from Rudy's.
I can't think of the other one.
I said turn pimp.
Oh, we just talked about it. Yeah, the wig master. And then
so that's 3 times. He's actually been arrested. He's been accused and interrogated for being a suspect of a murder when he went out to L.A.
That's 4.
And then this one was not his fault, but he was considered a suspect in an arson when he was doing the police lineup, trying to get $50. That's him, the guy in the middle, the guy with the tall hair or the high hair. I'd recognize him anywhere.
So what are we up to?
Rusty finked on him.
That's 5.
5 total times he's had run-ins with the law.
And then the finale, he'll get arrested. 6.
6.
So at least 6. Kramer, man, he's got probably the worst rap sheet.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Cool it, lady. Cool it.
Kramer calls again to report that Tony is taking an exit. He's heading south on the 135. Elaine and Jerry tell Kramer, we'll keep following him. But Newman says, well, we're on our way to Michigan, though, with 10,000 bottles. Which, if you think about it, that's only, $1,000?
Yeah.
For this whole venture, but I guess it's worth it. Everyone starts yelling, get off, stay straight, and Kramer makes the decision. He exits at the last minute. There is something comical about that, because he's like, all right, I'm getting off. And it's like at the last minute.
Well, his loyalties, there's an example here, but we're going to see a little bit more reinforced later, lie with Jerry first and foremost.
Mm-hmm. But the excitement doesn't end there. They're falling behind from all the weight. The mail truck can't keep up with Tony.
They're sluggish.
Well, not yet. Newman takes the wheel, and Kramer climbs to the back and starts chucking bags of bottles and cans out onto the highway.
Bottles below!
You're like cars honking, like, oh my God.
Michael did very well, like throwing the bag and then falling backward and trying to maintain his balance while the truck's moving.
Oh, it's really well done. Really funny stuff here. And what's kind of a bit of a goof towards the end, once he's thrown out a bag or two, you start to see the windshield in the front. And it's such a small sliver of windshield, but you can see the blue screen.
Oh, really?
They never added a road or
I didn't notice that.
Trees or whatever.
Good eye.
Mm-hmm. This isn't that interesting, but another way to connect it to my life, which always, I don't know, it makes me happy, I guess.
Proceed.
From Indiana, as I brought up last episode, and living out in New York, the best way for me to get home is to take 80, the interstate. And I always think that's probably what Kramer and Newman took from New
cool.
York. Because even when we went to Michigan that one time from D.C., I think we eventually got up on 80.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy about it is, to get to Ohio, I mean, that's a good 6-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still confused by, how they're doing so well on gas and stuff. The amount of times I have to fill up the car.
Only they can crunch those numbers.
Yeah. Now, according to Wikipedia, this is the first Seinfeld episode to depict one of the main characters using a cell phone.
Wow.
Does that sound accurate to you?
No.
Was there a cell phone use before?
An actual... Do you count the mobile phone that Jerry talks on speaker?
No.
When he's talking about...
No,
that doesn't count?
I don't think that counts. Because Kramer's got that phone in the... for some reason, I always thought it was his cordless phone.
Yeah, it reminds me of that as well. What about Peterman when he got the call that his mother was dying?
Car phone. Oh, maybe that was
She's at death's door.
It could have been a mobile phone. I want to say that's a car phone, though.
Okay.
But anyway, it's kind of interesting as we're, it's such a weird moment in the 90s because it's like the internet isn't really a thing yet.
Yeah, hadn't been established just yet, and cell phones were not, on everyone's person.
Of course.
Before it was like, oh, I have a cell phone, I don't need one. Now everybody has one.
I mean, even the finale tries to make jokes about cell phones. Your cell phone walk and talk. It's that to me feels really dated.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's cut over to Yankee Stadium. In a scene that just elevates this episode in such a big way, we get George popping by Steinbrenner's office to have a little chat.
Well, this magnifying glass, I feel like a scientist. Oh, yeah.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Come in, George. Come in. Wilhelm gave me this project you worked on.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you something, George. You having any personal problems at home? Girl trouble, love trouble of any kind?
No, sir.
What about drugs? You doing some of that crack cocaine? You on the pipe?
No, sir.
Are you seeing a psychiatrist? Because I got a flash for you, young man. You're non-compos mentis. You got some bats in the belfry.
What are you talking about?
George, I've read this report. It's very troubling indeed. It's a sick mind at work here. Okay, come on, boys. Come on in here. George, this is Herb and Dan. They're going to take you away to a nice place where you can get some help. They're very friendly people there. My brother-in-law was there for a couple of weeks. The man was obsessed with lactating women. They completely cured him, although he still eats a lot of cheese.
But you see, I didn't write that report. That's not mine.
Of course you didn't, George. Of course you didn't write it.
I didn't do it. I just got done. I don't know how it got done, but it did.
Of course it got done. Things get done all the time. I understand. Don't worry. Your job will be waiting for you when you get back. Get better, George. Get better.
Best scene of the episode, the best. I have every single Steinbrenner line highlighted in my notes.
Yeah, it's great. I would even put it up there with one of the best Steinbrenner scenes ever.
Agreed. The bats in the belfry line is wonderful, as well as you have any trouble at home, George? Girl trouble, love trouble of any kind. And then the best one is doing some of that crack cocaine? You on the pipe? How could Larry not break doing these? They're so fun.
I'm gonna go back even further to the beginning when George pops in. You wanted to see me, sir? Come in, George. Come in. It's like, oh boy.
He's speaking to him like he's walking on eggshells. Like he knows he's non-compos mentis.
It's great. Yeah, Larry just kills it in this scene. Great stuff.
And we have two Seinfeld crew members play Herb, yo, and Dan. Did you get that reference? Hey, Herb, yo, bring around the Lona.
Oh, the mask.
There you go. Herb is played by David Richardson, who is the best boy grip on Seinfeld. He has 3 uncredited appearances, the bottle deposit, the money, and the apology, and 2 credited appearances in the barber and the face painter. Then we have Dan, who's played by James Lansbury, who is second AD, assistant director on Seinfeld. He has 3 uncredited appearances in The Secretary, The Fusilli Jerry, and The Engagement. And I always remember him in The Engagement because he was the guy when George was at the beach. Mm-hmm. And he's the guy walking on the pier with the Yankees hat, with the mustache. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool. I feel like this is one of the greatest perks of working in show business but being off camera is occasionally they'll ask you to just put this on and stand here. You don't have to say anything. But I feel like how fun it is to be working on Seinfeld and then they throw you in a scene. So you're forever, immortalized as Herb or Dan.
For sure. And David Richardson is a name and a face I remember well because he's the guy at Gino's at the barbershop. Like, this is the best haircut I ever had.
Yeah.
And what's even cooler is, and most people don't know this because it's not something really, I don't think it's on YouTube. It's kind of like a hidden feature on one of the DVDs. David Richardson played Cousin Jeffrey in a deleted scene where you find out Amy, Anna Gunn, is actually having an affair. And they're sitting on the couch making out. And it's at an angle so you can't really see his face. Mm-hmm. But it is David Richardson. So
pretty cool.
Technically, if you want to know what Cousin Jeffrey looks like, he's very handsome.
I don't want to know. In fact, take this out of the show.
I always thought that Cousin Jeffrey looked like Jerry, but like really thin, huge teeth.
It's funny, when I visualize him, he's more of like a David Hyde Pierce, like a dirty blondish hair, kind of long and like a little bit thinning on top.
Huh, interesting.
But anyway, yeah.
There you go. All right, let's cut back to the drive through Ohio. Tony is cruising through the countryside with the mail truck, about 100 feet back. And, here's the clip.
Man, I don't understand this. I've ditched every bottle and can, and we still can't gain. It's like we're sluggish.
Look at all those bottles and all those cans for what? What a waste. And I'm really going to catch hell for those missing mail bags.
Hey, wasn't that a pie stand back there?
A pie stand? Where?
Oh, yeah, homemade pies, 200 yards back.
Oh, God, come on, pull over, will you? Where? I don't see it.
Yeah, well, open the door, you get a better look.
I don't see any.
I'm sorry, Newman, you were holding us back! Jerry, we've lost the fat man and we're running lean. We're back on track, buddy.
I gotta say, this may be the worst thing I think Kramer has ever done in the show.
Oh, really?
Because he totally backstabs his buddy. Of course, he's doing it to help out his other buddy. Like I said, I think his loyalties lie first with Jerry. But he doesn't knife Newman in the back. He kicks him in the back out the door. But isn't that a abhorrent thing to do?
Yeah, I'd have to really go through all of Kramer's sins, I guess. But yeah, this does seem uncharacteristic of Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that he tricks him with a pie stand, that's... And Newman turns into, I don't know what to call it, like an old Warner Brothers cartoon, or like the Cowardly Lion, like, oh, pull over, will you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's he doing?
But it works. It's very funny. Very good scene. It's just I'm shocked that Kramer would do this to a friend of his.
Of course, middle of nowhere in Ohio. Good. I don't know what, 400 miles from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
But Kramer shouting that line, "We've lost the fat man and we're running lean."
Yeah.
I wonder if that line also kind of cut deep with Newman or Wayne Knight, and he's like, all right.
Yeah, I'm sure that was anytime that was referenced in the show, or like they made some sort of nod to his weight, that can't feel good.
Yeah, but as we'll find out, in an upcoming scene, Wayne Knight was motivated to get healthy, which is great.
Can't wait.
Well, after Kramer kicks Newman out of the truck, we get a montage of sorts of Newman trying to hitchhike. Federal employee. I feel really bad for him in that moment. He's just so vulnerable.
Yeah, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
No one cares. And my favorite shot is of him walking up this hill.
Oh, I know where you're going.
He's kind of like bending over, like he can't make it all the way. He stumbles.
And he falls down.
Mm-hmm.
And once he finally, gets through the corn, for which he hates corn, you see this house. And as he's walking up to the house, he falls yet again.
Oh, does he? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he falls a second time right in front of the house.
Oh, so that's weird, right? He's always falling. Maybe he's tired. Another weird thing going on with Newman this week is before, when he's drinking the Mellow Yellow, he takes a big swig and he's like, ugh, almost chokes on it.
Yeah.
And then later with the cider, he chokes on that.
Okay.
And I'm like, is Newman having trouble swallowing?
Well, I think it was just so much Mellow Yellow was ingested that he was just like, ugh, sick of it. And then we'll get to this, but I think the cider's just a little bit too tart for him.
And he's probably a little tense, as he's sitting between those two characters. We're going to meet them here when Newman knocks on the door. God, this kind old farmer answers. And what story does Newman give him?
I'm a United States postal worker, and my mail truck was just ambushed by a band of backwoods mail-hating survivalists.
This kind of reminds me of that lie Elaine told Jerry in the parking space. When they're they hit the pothole or something with his car, and she's like, "Yeah, there are these wild teenagers in a convertible, and
they just started taunting us for no reason.
There's a gun. I think there's a gun." By the way, your car's making this noise. The farmer is very kind to Newman. He says, come on in. You're welcome to a hot bath, hearty meal, clean bed.
Just one rule. Keep your hands off my daughter.
And here's the other character.
Oh, reveal the beautiful, naive teen daughter.
Yes.
Is it weird for him to have this one rule that this old man's like, don't touch my daughter?
100%. So bizarre, but you know what the joke is here. Like
it's like a telegraph joke. You know it's coming, yet it's still going to be a great payoff.
Oh, wonderful. Love it so much. And this is the daughter who will I think we'll learn in a later scene that her name is Susie. And the first time we ever played trivia, we got the ID round, and you have to basically write down a character's first name, last name, and middle name if they have one. And we saw this girl, and we're like, what the hell is her name? And either you or Rupa, someone came up.
It wasn't me. I think it was Rupa.
Well, someone came up with Susie. And I'm like, there's no way it's Susie. There's an episode called The Susie. But we went with it, and sure enough, that just blew my mind.
That was a great, that's an electric feeling when you get that right. Speaking of which, this farmer looks very familiar.
Yeah.
That is Rance Howard, the famed patriarch of the Howard clan. But I seem to recall him being in a little Seinfeld episode called The Glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. He was the blind man.
What's that about ladies' frames?
There you go. They pinched my nose. So we have now the conclusion of Rance Howard's double dip.
Yeah, closing out the dip. He also might be the father of the Smog Strangler.
Like father, like son.
Moving on. Next scene, Kramer's on the phone with Jerry and Elaine, and he's happy to report that Tony is running scared. But what's this? Tony's reaching for something in the back. Oh my God. It's a gun, Vinny!
It's got a gun!
But no, it's a golf club. Tony starts chucking JFK's clubs at the mail truck. 5-iron, taking out the woods. And this is such a great visual as I think Brad Garrett's driving the car. You know, he's just hurling these golf clubs at the mail truck right behind him. And it's all over when he tosses the golf bag, breaks the windshield, pops a tire, kills the engine.
I think we lost him.
So dramatic. Jerry's car is gone. Tony gets away, and Elaine wonders if Kramer can at least pick up all the clubs Tony threw out.
Yeah, I'll get them.
And some are okay. Some are split in half.
Oh, it's great because we're going to see a clip of Kramer walking to pick up each club, and he picks up one that's just the handle, and there's no club attached, no head to it, so he just chucks it, just so casually.
Yeah, perfect. And here we go, great scene at the farmhouse. Newman is sitting down for dinner with the farmer and his daughter.
Enjoying that mutton?
Oh, it's delicious mutton. This is out of sight. I would love to get the recipe. It's very good.
That cider too strong for you?
No. I love strong cider. I'm a big, strong cider guy.
Gonna be milking the Holsteins in the morning. You like to lend a hand?
I don't really know that much about. I don't have any. I don't think I know much about that.
Now, Susie here will teach you. Just gotta put on the tea a little.
It's nice having a big, strong man around.
Those mailbags, they get mighty heavy. I Nautilus, of course. Have some gravy.
I know one of your favorite lines is in this scene.
Oh, lots. I like that there's a reference to mutton, which apparently is also consumed in Pennsylvania or Michigan, depending on how you look at it. The fact that I love strong cider. I'm a big, strong cider guy. And I see you have it highlighted here, but when Newman doesn't think he knows much about, how to milk a cow, oh, Susie here, teacher, just got to pull on the teat a little.
Got to pull on the teat.
A little, yep.
Oh, boy.
And Newman's giving seductive looks at the daughter while, looking at the corner of his eye at the father to make sure the father's not onto him just yet. So he's trying to play it as cool as he possibly can.
Well, let's cut over to an institution here, which the establishing shot, in reality, this is New York Presbyterian, which is a hospital on the east side, where I think Poppy stayed.
Oh, cool.
Maybe Buddy.
What about Buddy? What about Patrice didn't stay there, right? She checked herself into a clinic.
This is a mental institution. Woodhaven, I think.
Ah, okay. Yes.
But here we go.
What about what about in the dealership when they drive by? Whoa!
Yeah, there's a mental institution nearby. But this setting is pretty cliche. It's like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, yeah.
George gets his phone call.
Steinbrenner had me committed. I'm in the nut house.
I'll be back same time next week, Pop.
They took my belt, Jerry. I got nothing to hold my pants up. Well, you gotta come over here now. Just tell them what we talked about, how I didn't do the project.
George? I see you're finally getting some help.
Oh, dear. Thank God you're here. Listen, you gotta help me. You gotta tell these people that I'm okay. You know that I don't belong in here.
George, this is the best thing for you.
But no, Dana, wait a minute, Dana, it's not.
Is that little Georgie C? How's it, folks? You still got that nice little car?
So very nice callbacks, and I think when they decided to add this scene, they did a great job of bringing back characters related to some of these stories. Mm-hmm. Not only did they bring back Dina Lazzari and Pop Lazzari, so that's Mary Jo Keenan and Sandy Ward return to reprise their roles, which is perfect because remember, Pop was having he's starting to slip a little.
Of course.
So he's there. Also, we see a familiar face in the background rocking back and forth. And that patient is David Mandel, famed writer of Seinfeld.
And Veep showrunner.
Veep as well. But he has this, and he's going to get a speaking role a little bit later on in Seinfeld. But pretty cool that you have these three people in here.
I thought it was interesting that this is a Andy Robin, Greg Cavett script, that they would include these characters of Dina and Pop, because those are Tom Gamble, Max Pross characters. And something we've noticed when, oh, hey, look, this character's returning, it's usually the same writers that are bringing them back.
Yeah. It's usually people that know the character from Adam. They worked with them.
Right.
But I guess it was just too good an opportunity to pass up, the fact that Pop had some issues. But yeah,
the whole arc, with the Lazzaris has played out in season 7. So in a weird way, they're kind of like,
it's fresh.
It's tracking George's mental issues, I guess.
I feel like, again, we're looking at this from a lens of, we know these episodes inside and out. We know pretty much every character, primary, secondary, tertiary. But you got to think, when you're writing this and it's fresh, they probably had, in the way that Larry had his whiteboard of episodes, they probably had a whiteboard of all the characters that have already been used in the season, what their relationship was to, primary character, and then what, quirks maybe?
Maybe, I'm possible.
So that way, that was a great way to, who had some, who's been known to have mental issues that we recently spoke with? Or could have just been a coincidence and somebody's like, let's put them in. I don't know.
That's probably more likely, but it is kind of cool how it started off with Dina being like, I know you're having trouble,
Yeah, exactly.
And then it goes to that man should really be in an asylum in the doll. And now there we go. The trilogy.
And the capper is the reference to the John Voight car, which is no more.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Since the gum, I guess, right?
Gum, yeah.
Was it the gum? Anyways, let's cut over to the farmhouse here for a fantastic scene. And some great behind-the-scenes trivia. I can't wait to talk about this. Kramer arrives, at the same peaceful farmhouse, but when he reaches the door, he hears a gunshot, and he nearly gets run over by Newman, sprinting out the door, pulling up his pants, and there's that great Wayne Knight, Newman scream, help me, Kramer!
Yeah.
And he's quickly followed by the farmer carrying a shotgun. Apparently, Newman got a little frisky with the daughter, and as the boys flee into the cornfields, the farmer, keeps firing at them. And remember earlier how I mentioned that Newman does an old-timey cartoon, well, pull over, will you?
Yeah.
There's kind of a cartoon moment here, too, when the farmer fires at them, and they both jump at the same time. It's like,
yeah,
it's like Three Stooges ish, you know.
It's great. Didn't Jerry say he wanted to show us the Stooges?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And the final moment is the best, as Susie, the farmer's daughter, says, "No, Daddy, don't shoot them. I love him. Goodbye, Norman. Goodbye."
End scene.
Yeah, it's such a great ending, but
and before you go forward, it's hilarious that she doesn't know the man that she's having relations with. She just met him, but she doesn't even know his name.
Solid joke, right? It's so well written.
Yeah.
But hang on, we have some great behind the scenes trivia and a clip. So why don't you explain it, and I'll play the clip when you're done.
It turns out it was more serendipity that this actress who played Susie, Carolyn Scott, when she went to deliver her line, "Goodbye, Newman," she must have been nervous or just kind of had a brain fart, but she yells out, "Goodbye, Norman," and there's a little bit of a pause. And then you hear somebody off camera yell. The character's name is Newman.
You're right.
And she just kind of cowers behind Rance Howard in shame, and just everybody's laughing. It's a great moment. But as Andy Ackerman said, it was so funny that they decided to leave it in. So there's this magic that was on set on stage at this point, and they decided to keep it in.
How serendipitous.
There you go.
Goodbye, Norman. Goodbye.
All right, keep rolling. Karen, it's Newman.
I love that, man. That just, oh God, I love moments like that weren't planned, but they're just so, like the car not starting in the parking
and those
garage.
are like huge. Yes, those are huge, like blows to the final scene of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it as Jerry said, like somebody's watching over the show. Here's another great example of that.
Or another great Jerry line is, if there was like the story of the show, it would be called Dumb Luck.
Yeah.
Just pure dumb luck.
Now, some people might think maybe Newman's first name is Norman, but that is not the case.
That could work, right? Norman Newman.
Hello, Norman.
I can't tell you how much I love that voice. You surprised me with it last week, and I just...
You still don't think it sounds like her, but that's what I hear. Hi, Newman. I told...
Can you say goodbye, Norman, in that voice?
Goodbye, Norman. I told Kelly if we get a second dog, I'd love to name him Newman, so that way I have a little team going. But she's like, no. So I think I got a little bit greedy with the Kramer, but that's okay.
All right, last scene of the episode. We're at Elaine's office yet again here. She's been stuck behind that desk almost the whole episode. She's just given up. She doesn't know how to tell Peterman about the clubs when he stops by her office, so she just hands them over. Most of them are bent, completely useless. And Elaine is preparing for the worst, but Peterman's conclusion is, I never knew Kennedy had such a temper.
Oh, yeah. The only thing worse was his slice. So a great twist. You would think he's going to get really pissed off, fire Elaine, yell at her, whatever.
Oh, you actually see him take the clubs, like for his golf match.
Yeah, but like it's like a clever turn or twist that he doesn't think that they were damaged upon shipping or transit. It's Kennedy's the one who bent him this way.
It all worked out. And I want to apologize to any golfers out there. Is it golf match? Or is it
a round of golf?
A round of golf, yes.
They call it a match too.
You mentioned it earlier that Peterman is playing a round of golf with Ethel Kennedy. What's the line here? A woman whose triumph in the face of tragedy is exceeded only by her proclivity to procreate. Widowed RFK, and she had like 11 kids. So.
Yes, one of the best Peterman lines right there. And even John O'Hurley still recalls this one. Among the many, this is one of the ones he recalls to this day.
That's a great alliteration there. Proclivity to procreate.
And we should note, if you guys know your trivia, Ethel Kennedy has been mentioned before in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And it's so fitting. She loves sports, this woman. She played Mr. Pitt in a tennis match. She's always playing like wealthy, affluent, high society types. Well, I guess it makes sense because that's who the Kennedys were. But
and
Mr.
she must
Pitt
be really good too. Considering her age.
Own. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. All right, man. I think we're good on this episode. Should we move on to ratings and reviews?
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
So, Matt, is the washer fluid fine in this episode?
Oh, man. The washer fluid's not fine. Yeah, this is one of those episodes that just doesn't do it for me. I love the Kramer Newman arc, and is that about it? Yeah, honestly, that's
you don't like
it.
Tony?
I like him. I don't really know how funny he is. I think he's interesting as a character, like Joe Davola, but not very funny. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's fair.
I like seeing Sue Ellen again, but honestly, I would rather just watch this just cut down to the Kramer Newman scenes, and that's the episode.
Okay, that's fine.
What about you?
It's funny. Like I was like, "Oh, this is a great episode," but after talking with you, I'm like a little bit cooling just because I twisted my arm. No, but I liked it a lot. I love the Kramer Newman stuff. Great team up. All the montages were great. The fact that we had all these secondary and tertiary characters come back, Sue Ellen Mischke, the Lazaris, like that was really cool that they pulled these people back that were related to the pasts of other Seinfeld members. The Steinbrenner scene when he is confronting George about this report he possibly handed in is one of my favorite Steinbrenner runs. So that alone makes this a great episode for me. And I like Brad Garrett a lot. Love Everybody Loves Raymond. So like I enjoyed this role for him. But I guess it's funny. Like you said there's not a lot of funny parts, and I'm like, well, it's even though it's a sitcom and it's about a comedian. Like, well, it didn't have to be funny. It was still like I enjoyed this, like where the stories went. It was fun to watch. I guess I may have not laughed out loud, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, so I just enjoyed. It was an enjoyable watch.
It's one of those rare Seinfeld episodes where it doesn't seem like they're under pressure or at least trying to be as funny as possible, or I'm sorry, as frequently funny as possible. Like Jerry made a comment like, if we're not paying off a joke, we're setting it up, you know?
Right.
And like in this episode, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of that since they have the flexibility of an hour long. They can really let scenes breathe, maybe, you know, for the worst.
Too much?
Little too much, especially.
Want to suffocate that scene a little bit with a pillow?
And I can't tell you, how many scenes do we get of Wilhelm walking into George's office?
Yeah.
Peterman walking into Elaine's office.
But the Peterman stuff is good.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
But yeah, I'm just so glad, though, that we have the Kramer Newman stuff to elevate it, and Steinbrenner, as you put it. Having said that, though, Vinny, crack in your top 20 this week, any chance?
No, I got the doll still sitting snugly at 20, so she's going to stay there.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm
not even going to ask you.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please feel free to send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or leave us a message at Coco Bosco.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
Are we discussing the 23rd episode of Season 7, The Wait Out? We sure are. Are we Matt and Vinny for now? I don't see why not.
Oh, boy. Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.